this was a way of some countries getting...
You stay in a hotel if you don't have anywhere to stay.
You know.
And
giving birthday is not as if it's cheap, you understand? So
I have a friend that once she, Mrs. Sapiro, she just out to America, stays in a hotel for 9 months. I'm telling you, and then give birth. Stay for another 6 weeks before coming back.
So
money na water.
Money na water. Now, IJ, you said you like what NFF president Gusto is telling the Super Eagles.
Yes.
These guys are struggling to qualify for World Cup, and then you're now saying, let us see if they can replicate the fighting spirit of the ladies.
AJ,
AJ, I can tell you that I'm not very comfortable with the Super Eagles. Before the commencement of the qualification, I was one of those who warned them that they shouldn't be lackadaisical in the approach to matches, especially from the first whistle. That they should approach the match as if it is the final. But they didn't hearken to the voices. They approach matches thinking, well, we know we have a lot of matches. We are counting points. Before they know it, they are where they are today, and except the miracle of the man happens.
They are not green enough.
Yes, I can bet you that we should be at home, watching
the World Cup.
I don't know this kind of attitude that our boys put up or whenever is when they're playing, this big boys attitude.
But they are big boys to start with.
No problem. No be for mouth. Baby, go soldier. Come, where is your boot now? No be to go do big boy and act to carry trophy come. Yes. You understand? So that's why Agajeri said that they shame them. Yes. So if you begin to say that even people that you are representing are not proud of you, I mean, you have to rethink. Okay, look at the kind of spirit that these Falcons fought with.
Displayed. For you to, AJ, there's a saying: if you have played whatever you are playing and you didn't go to World Cup, that you have done nothing.
Yeah, of course. So we all know that.
If you're a big boy, you know whatever that will be on your head is to qualify for a World Cup and go to World Cup.
And some other person says sometimes that when you see men dressing like women, you don't expect them to produce results that men produce. And most of them, will tie their hairs, do this, do that, and that kind of a thing. You spend most of the time looking at, taking care of your looks. And then what we need is your legs and your brain to give us results.
Okay, well, let's see how that goes. And we believe that the Super Eagles have probably hacking to the voice of wisdom, reasoning coming from Sir Jerry Obodo. And let's see if they will qualify for the World Cup, because it will be... The Falcons have not missed a World Cup since the inception. But Nigeria missed the last World Cup, and they are on the verge of missing this other one. So you can imagine missing out on 2 World Cups back to back.
Is it just the last World Cup? They've been missing.
Okay, now let's go quickly. The banner headline of the first paper we have for review this morning is talking about the victorious Falcons and talking about WAFCON 24 win. Tinubu rewards Super Falcons with national honors, $100,000 each, and houses. That's really, really interesting to see. This will be the biggest largesse we've witnessed the Nigerian government give any set of athletes for doing so well. At the mast of the Daily Times newspaper, we have party membership. SDP denounces embargoes. El-Rufai for 30 years. Denounces embargoes. El-Rufai for 30 years. Something is missing there. Bandits
denounces, that's a comma. SDP denounces, and then embargoes El-Rufai for 30 years.
Okay. Bandits kill 35 Zamfara villagers after receiving 50 million ransom. Wow.
Can you imagine?
Wow.
35 human beings.
Wow.
After receiving 50 million ransom.
That's terrible.
These are just marauders.
EFCC arrests 7 Chinese, 4 Nigerians for illegal mining in Akwa Ibom. That you find on page 4 of the Daily Times newspaper, and also here where we have ICPC begins prosecution of El-Rufai's aide, Jimmy Lawal, others in Kaduna. INEC committed to electoral reform, regional democratic consolidation. That's coming from Yakubu. NCGC targets 100 billion naira credit guarantees to close MSME financing gap. And we also have TETFund expects project execution at FCE Ebonyi. Quickly, the next paper for review.
Is the Punch newspaper. The banner headline there says, Electricity Act Amendment Bill, federal government may sell 11 discos to 11 investors. With a rider there, and next to enforce discos recapitalization, 2 riders anyway. Amendment Bill advances at NAS. When I hear that NAS, they do me for body. Okay, Lassa fever death toll rises to 152 amid 811 cases. States versus discos, new electricity law unleashes widespread crisis. And then down here, GSC in turmoil as faction moves to sack Lagos APC chairman. And cheating, Ondo girl nabbed for stabbing boyfriend to death. Nurses strike to hit hospitals nationwide Wednesday. And up here, we still have some stories coming from there. 2027 APC kicks as opposition backs single-day polls. Okay, we're going to look at that one. It's a whole topic on its own. Federal government launches crackdown on MDAs after 300% surge in impress claims. U.S. birth tourism crackdowns sparks Nigerian hospital reforms calls. Okay, that's all coming from here.
Okay, quickly, let's go and see what we have on the Vanguard newspaper so that we can collectively discuss papers so far read. Tinubu gifts each Falcon player $100,000 national honors and house with riders there saying allocate 3-bedroom apartments. Each technical crew got $50,000. Explains why he didn't want to watch final match. Wow. We have over 130 security agents killed in ongoing Katsina anti-banditry war. And Alausa unveils initiative to connect Nigerian expats at home, diaspora. And then we have 2027 coalition about Nigeria, not me, Obi, El Rufai, Amechi. That's coming from Atiku. Our resilience saved Nigeria varsities from total collapse under Buhari. That's coming from ASU. And then we have here at the mast, electricity, Ekiti, Ondo, Edo, orders plan tariff review in line with Act. And that's all we have for you on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Quickly, Sir Jerry, let's begin talking and dissecting. I'm sure before we go into this banner headline on the WAFCON and the gift that's happening here, I think there is INEC committed to electoral reform and regional democratic consolidation, and that's coming from Yakubu Mahmoud, that's the INEC chair. How possible do you think this statement on the front page of this paper actually is? Because this will go a long way in giving us that credibility that we believe that our election should carry. Do you see this feasible?
If the man Yakubu is sincere, it will give us what we want. But if he speaks from both sides of the mouth, we may not be there. What I mean is, if there is a laid down rule, and he religiously adhere to it to a logical conclusion, I can assure you that we'll get there. But a situation where there's a kind of truncation and the pressures and the chairman budges, we cannot get there. You see what played out in 2023 election. So glitches that were man-made, that truncated, what could have been a very free and fair election. So, I'm surprised still that the current chairman is still there. But let's see how it plays out.
Still there, still talking.
And still talking after the episode of 2023 election.
All right, now let's go to the story that has been making rounds all over the papers. $100,000 each, houses and national honors for winning a regional tournament the 10th time. Is this not over the board kind of reward based on the current situations of Nigerians in this country? How do you see this largesse? In what way do you think it replicates what Nigerians are currently facing in this country?
Yeah, thank you, AJ. Depends on which divide one is coming from. The one school of thought we say, these girls have done this for 10 times. This is not moi moi or akara football. And they've been putting in all within their arsenal. Their time, their effort, and the risk. And also that no government in the past have rewarded the girls thus far. So if you are coming from that divide, I can say what the president has done is okay. The other divide...
This is the president that just got approval for $22 billion loan, and you're giving this much to athletes.
I have just done one divide.
Okay.
Then if you are on the divide of, well, there could have been other ways of rewarding them, considering the economic situation we are in, considering the borrowing, sprees, considering people not able to, feed even once a day, considering the taxes imposed on people, the fuel subsidies and all that the president shouldn't have rewarded this way. It could have been the honors award, possibly the flats. This $100,000 should have been there, shouldn't have been there for this divide. So it's done and it's done.
Yeah, I know it's done. I don't know if the president is aware that for winning this tournament, that Nigeria Super Falcons gets on $1 million. So when you are winning $1 million for winning a trophy, and then the president of the country is giving you extra $100,000 for that same trophy, and I'm beginning to wonder: is it that the president isn't aware, or is this a case of, let's compensate this girl, let's make it loud? It has never been done before. Yeah. First time in history, a team will be winning its regional competition 10 times. Well, that's my own opinion anyway. But then, quickly, let's see what we have on the next paper for review this morning, because our time is fast spent. And that paper is This Day newspaper. And the banner headline is talking about the same reward, but we'll skip that and go to Peter Obi, president using misleading statistics to conceal economic hardship. That you'll find on the front page of This Day newspaper. At the mast of This Day, you find e-payment transactions rise 17.7% to 284.99 trillion in first quarter in 2025. POS transactions hit 10.45 trillion, record 209% increase, and that's the rider there. And also we have riders, including for that largesse the president gave
we've seen that one. We need to for want of time.
No, there are some. They say all 36 governors gift 10 million each to players and technical crew.
Really?
That is what I'm trying to read out here. Because how his wife almost abandoned.
Did he say all?
All 36 governors gift 10 million naira each to players and technical crew. It's there on the front page of this day newspaper. I wonder why my two girls are not playing football now. Now, our First Lady describes players as role models, shining examples of courage and excellence. Team's victory, symbol of national unity, inspiration, triumph of belief, says Diko. And then, okay, that's all.
No, that's not. You know, somewhere before now, I think it was in the other paper you were saying that the president gave them reason why he was not there, why he did not watch the finals. And what I saw somewhere yesterday, why Remy was in her kitchen, you know, dancing and hailing the guests. And what came to my mind, why couldn't this woman join these people in Morocco? It's a woman thing. I know, no, because I know that some presidents will go and watch and stand and support, you know, their team. So you're talking about since it's a woman thing, the first lady should have gone to Morocco, you know, to kind of and encourage the ladies, and then, you know, bring them back. And those simple things that you just do to get to the heart of the people. Okay, let's move. Let's move on.
Okay, you can take the next paper for review, and that's the Guardian newspaper. Okay,
from the front page of the Guardian newspaper, we'll have the stories coming. Poor digital retail offerings mark 85 trillion naira stock market potentials. Okay, and then other stories coming from here. RCEC faces August 30th for local government polls as groups kick. I think they're talking about River State. Okay, cement fence profits up by... Okay, that's the private business. And what else do we have here? NMA threatens strike. Reuse exits of 30 doctors in Jigawa. Where they go? Europe. SDP expects Rufai bans him for 30 years. And then 4 trillion naira legacy debt threatens power sector stability at Delabu once. Down here, any other story of interest? No, it was a stop story.
Okay, let's go to Daily Trust newspaper, and that's next for review this morning. Attacks on journalists rising under current administration. That's report. And also we have here patients stranded as doctors in Lagos embark on strike. How NSCDC officer was stabbed, died in Abuja. And then we have 2027, ANPP bloc insists on VP slots. It's president's prerogative, Ali Modu-Sherif says. And then we have Tinubu, we've seen that. Tinubu gives Super Falcons highest reward in 27 years. I think that should be even before the amalgamation of Nigeria. Now, this is Kaduna residents lament as landlords increase rent by 150%. Wow.
And this is where we expect our people, the representatives, to be talking.
Okay. Military, DSS kill 45 terrorists in Niger border towns. And then we have our bandits killed 38 villagers after collecting ransom in Zamfara. That's all we have for you from the Daily Trust newspaper. Up next is the Nigerian Tribune.
From Nigerian Tribune, banner headline, INEC chairman, agitation for Yakubu's successor swells. Okay, let's look at the riders. Excuse me, North Central should get slots, MBF, others. And then Southeast, South deserve the position, Ubani, SMBA VP. And then President's power to appoint chairman, major Nigerians, paradox, former Ohaneze spokesman. All INEC needs is a man with integrity, Professor Adeyeye. Zone of the next chairman, not too important, Kogi speaker. So we're not going to talk. Okay. Tinubu rewards, we have seen that story. No time to look at repeated stories. Police arrest housewife for faking own kidnap. Housewife now? Okay, that's all.
We have, they say, millipedes may be source of new drugs to treat human pain. And
why you go read that thing now? You know, that is I know Siam. This will begin to drink millipede again.
I don't know yet. Until we get there, we will know that. Yeah. And then we have First Bank retains top spot as Nigeria's best bank for ESG at 2025 Euromoney Awards.
Not bad.
Let's go to the last paper, but not the least, before we wrap it up. And then we have blueprints. Over 20 million Nigerians live with hepatitis B, C. Nation loses 17.9 trillion naira yearly. With the writer there saying 4,242 die annually. Nigeria ranked third with 325,000 cases. That's in 2022. And then we also have here Army DSS-backed force kills 45 bandits in Nigeria, lose 2 fighters. And then we also have here Lassa fever claim 152 in epidemiological week 28, 2025, NCDC giving us that statistics there. And that's the much we have for you on the front page of the Blueprint newspaper. Quickly, Sir Jerry Obodo.
Yeah, let me talk about the health matters.
Okay.
In one of the papers, you were mentioned that nurses may
on strike.
Strike.
We go on strike soon, yeah. And patients stranded in hospitals, yeah.
Yes. Then at the other paper, there's a place that the NMA also gearing up for a strike. What does it tell us? You know, that, look, you have to move fast to nip this in the bud before the strike commences. A very sensitive government will not, stay and watch the medical doctors and nurses go on strike, because lives are involved. Once they are on strike, people cannot access medical care. And why are you saying that people are buying, the nurses and doctors? It is because of this. You are not taking good care of them. You are not remunerating them well. Why can't they go? So I urge the government at the federal level and state to please take care of our doctors and nurses before they continue to jabba.
Okay, let's look at this INEC chairman story before we round off. Agitation for Yakubu's successor swells. And you can see so many interests coming up. Where the Southeast say that they want to have a shot. I think the last time they had was Henry. Abi? That's his name. Henry Wosu. Okay, North Central is agitating. And then they said it's a president prerogative to appoint. And don't you think this is where we are having problems in this country? The other day we were talking about is how do we get an independent INEC chairman?
Truly independent.
Okay.
Let me tell you, IJ. The thing is that these politicians we have now, they are not, there for the masses, for the good of the people. The thing is there, it's not a rocket science. One is, the president cannot appoint the chairman of INEC, because he who dictates to pay the piper. The tendency that he will be tilting towards who appointed him. The way to go is let the position of INEC chairman be thrown open for people to apply, and they are interviewed, and whoever qualifies and who is the best, we take up the matter, irrespective of the zone or whatever,
Well, if they apply, that's still going to be like we see when you apply for jobs. Yeah. That's still going to be, 1 or 2 pushes here and there to make sure that this person doesn't get it and the other person gets it. Some of the time when we are thinking, how about rising from ranks? Okay? you are working with INEC chairman, you are the assistant, what they call it, chairman or whatever they call it. I don't know how they, deputy director, this and that. So what about choosing from there like they used to do in judiciary before they started, and even the military, before they started retiring everybody and bringing in a junior officer to come and rule over senior ones? Okay, what about people that have been working there? The director, the deputy director, rising to the office of the chairman of INEC.
That's another idea to it.
In that case, you are a career officer. You have nothing to do with the executive, the judicial, nothing to do with the politicians. You're a career officer. You do your bit.
Yes, yes. And if you deliver, it's to your credit. If you don't, you've dented your, your image and CV. So that's another angle to it. But for the president to appoint, he said no to me.
But at the end of the day, that's what it's going to be.
Lastly, we didn't look at ADC's suggestion about having 1 day for the whole election. Presidential, governorship, and then every election 1 day. And then APC kicked against it. I think it was enjoying that.
I think he's been tinkered before and stopped. If that is done, I think it would be okay to have it, because there won't be any room for manipulating this and that like they did after election they go. So
I think it will even save costs. It will save costs for the politicians, because they will be using 1 bird to kill 2 stones. Yeah. I mean 1 stone to kill 2 birds. Now, because while we're talking about this, 2027 is fast approaching. The electoral reforms, we don't even know if it's going to see the light of the day. What plans, like we had discussions here not so long ago, what plans do we have to reorientate the Nigerian police, the NCDCS and the Navy, those people that we have that do ad hoc work during the elections? Because vote buying is still an issue.
Yeah.
So now if we're going to be having vote buying during our elections, and you now say all elections should be mop up to have 1 day, that means politicians will just come with their Ghana must go, drop it there, and then be paying you one money covers both House of Assembly, House of Rep, House of whatever, and then you understand. But those are not the issue. What we should be talking about first and foremost is getting those electoral reforms on ground,
and then getting a bag of money that day to come and do that. Which one are you paying for? The presidential, the governorship, this and that.
They will close the bank.
They will close the bank.
Ghana must go back.
It's not going to happen. People will be too busy ensuring that they win the election, not just sharing money. Money is not the problem here. Because if
who are these people that will be busy ensuring they win the election?
The contestants. The contestants, AJ. Okay? So this issue of let's do House of Assembly, National Assembly, after that we'll do governorship, and then everybody will now team up to come and rig presidential election. Oh no, you'll be busy rigging your own wherever you are. Okay, everybody will be busy with his own election, and then...
Okay, that's the angle you're saying. That's the angle. I didn't know that was the angle.
We have, I think we have done that some time ago, and it paid off to conduct elections in 1 day.
In 1 day.
There's no room for...
most times, our Nigerian politicians are so good to fashion out ways getting them into power, and not fashion out ways to get Nigerians out of poverty. Because all these things they are doing, all these things that most of us...
because the wrong people are
there.
It's true. We elect until they allow us elect. Because that's just the issue.
Okay, now
people that there, they know you did not vote them. It's not your vote that sent them to that place. It's their manipulation. So
and their money.
They don't owe you anything.
And their body.
Until the system allows us to vote candidates of our choice and get it. Go there, don't perform, and come back.
Okay, let me give you an example. The current National Assembly. Thank you. The National Assembly now, if they are honest and responsible to the people, or that elected them, why has it taken this long after 2023 election to amend all the electoral laws to bring it in line with the international best practices, so that we have to do the normal election clean? But they are talking about this Natasha thing and all that.
They say you don't change a winning team. these flaws we have in the electoral law is what's made it possible for us to be where we are now. You want to change it so that we'll be able to go back. That's just it.
Well, that's the much we can take on the
unfortunate.
The newspaper review this morning. As Nigerians, like we always will tell you, go out there, pick up these papers, and then get informed with what's happening in and around your country, what's economy, whichever one that you choose to, because there are different spectrums to what you definitely might catch up with on Nigeria. I mean, about Nigeria in our Nigerian dailies, and that's the much we can take on this morning. I still remain Ajulu Chukwu Kabwe.
Okay,